How to build a buyer's list for wholesaling. And guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you my 3 favorite strategies to build a massive cash buyer's list. In this video, you're going to see the 3 ways that we use still today to build our cash buyers list. And if you stick with us to the end, you'll see the 3rd strategy, my favorite, that allows us to add 200 cash buyers a day to our cash buyers list, and you can pawn it off to a virtual assistant. All right, guys, number 1 is your local meetups or local RIA groups. RIA stands for Real Estate Investor Association. But I want to go with you real time. I don't want this to be like just floating through this high level. Let's break this down so you can see how I do this and how I use these events to build cash buyers list. Now, this one being the most important in the sense of you're meeting people face to face. You're really establishing that relationship of trust, and you're getting cash buyers that now have a face to the name versus just building this virtually, right? So I like to use this event. Notice that it's usually when you go to events, it's network, meaning it's not net sit. You can't sit down and just let the meeting go by. And many people fall into that trap. So make sure you're networking. Make sure you have a goal in mind. I would usually write some kind of number on my wrist. And I'd be like, I need 10 cash buyers to add to my list tonight. So I'd put the number 10 on my wrist so that I keep looking down and realizing like, I do not leave this place until I have 10 cash buyers on my list. But let's break it down how you do that. Usually when you enter any kind of RIA group or a meetup, there's usually someone at the front desk that's getting to know you, gives you like the sticker with your name tag on it so that you can enter in. And they're the first person to start networking with. What you want to do is introduce yourself and then ask them, hey, do you know of any cash buyers in this area? Like any of these individuals that are here tonight? Do you know which ones are actually like fixing and flipping up homes? And she'll be like, oh yeah, Bill right there in the purple shirt, go talk to him. He's one of the biggest fix and flippers right here in your state. So you go over to them, and now you have a referral, guys. Instead of being like awkward and going up and trying to just start relationships, or maybe you have that like introvert fear of just going up to people, now as a referral, it makes it simple. So I go up to Bill and I say, hey Bill, Sally over there at the front desk said I need to meet you. What is it that you do? And Bill's gonna be like, oh, well, I fix and flip homes. Oh my gosh, that's probably why she sent me over here. I find a lot of deeply discounted properties that I can't do all by myself. And so I like to know cash buyers that I can send these deals to. Can I add you to my cash buyers list? And Bill's like, yes. And I'll say, okay, now use that referral system. Bill, do you know of anyone else that's looking to fix and flip homes? Oh my gosh, you gotta talk to Randall over here. Okay, perfect. Now use that referral system. Hey, Randall, Bill over there in the purple shirt, he said I need to come over and meet you. What the heck is it that you do? And Randall's gonna be like, well, I fix and flip homes, I buy rentals. Oh, that's probably why Bill sent me over here. And just do the same script over and over. Guys, a referral goes so much further than trying to do this all on your own. Don't just go up to people and stand in the circle and be quiet and look down at your phone and act like you're texting people and then walking around and then going to get a drink and then coming back. Make sure you use your time wisely. I always tell people, if you're gonna get out and be away from, for me, I had to be away from my wife and kids. If I'm gonna be doing that, I don't wanna waste their time. I'm not gonna waste my time. I have a purpose of why I'm going to these RIA meetings. Set your number and start working on that today. Number 2. This one's a simple one, but most people overlook it. And that is trading lists with other wholesalers. Now, why do most people overlook it? It's not that they haven't thought about it before, but most people overlook it simply because they look at other wholesalers as competition. Guys, you've got to rid yourself of that mindset. If you're sitting there thinking, why would I share my cash buyers list with other wholesalers? That's the wrong mindset to enter. We're all going to the ocean, guys, with 5-gallon buckets. There's plenty of water for all of us. Now, tie that to real estate. We're still going to that same ocean. There's plenty of deals for all of us. One deal for them doesn't mean less deals for you, or vice versa. Have a collaborative mindset. You'll find out that working with other wholesalers is a great way to not only trade lists and build your cash buyers list, but great ways to help each other when you have a hard time moving one of your deals. They may have a cash buyer, or you may have a cash buyer that will indeed buy their deal. So have an open mindset, an abundant mindset, and start trading lists with other wholesalers, and you'll start to beef up your cash buyers list instantly. Hey guys, before I share my final tip that helps you build a massive cash buyers list, in fact, one of the easiest ways that adds 200 cash buyers a day, I want you to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell so it alerts you when I put out fresh new content. And then also share this with your other wholesalers because we have an abundant mindset, right? Number 3, guys, this is one of my favorite and it really is the easiest way. Now, you lose that like personal touch. This is not anything that you're seeing people face to face, but you're using Facebook. Now, Facebook ends up being a strategy that is really easy to do. There's so many different real estate investing groups out there. So as you log into your Facebook account, all you gotta do is just in the search bar, look up real estate wholesaling groups, and you're gonna see a ton of them pop up. There's many of them that will have over 100,000 individuals in each group. So knowing that is key. Find the ones of those big numbers and become members or become subscribers to that actual group. Now, why would you do that? You want to do that because you'll find out that there's been years of conversations going on, years in these groups. Some of these groups have been around for 10, 15 years and they have 100,000 plus members in it. There's going to be conversations that have been happening for years in there, all around this same topic that we're talking about, and that's cash buyers. So once you're members of these groups, the simple thing to do now is inside the group. So don't go to the main Facebook search page. Now you're just doing that search bar within the Facebook group. What you'll do is you'll go to that search bar and you'll type in cash buyer and then your state. That's it. And then push enter. And what you're gonna see unfold right in front of you is access to hundreds, if not thousands, of cash buyers instantly. Because once you hit enter, it's now gonna pull up every post that has the keywords cash buyer and your state. And you can start to read the post where someone will be like, let's say for me, Utah. If I type in cash buyer Utah, enter, every post that has those 3 words in it is gonna pull up. And I'm gonna see posts where individuals say, hey, I have a deal in Utah. Any cash buyers here? And all of a sudden in the responses are people saying, yep, I'm a cash buyer in Utah. Yep, let me know about it. All you have to do now is click on those names and send them a direct message saying, hey, I found out in X group that you're a cash buyer in the state of Utah. I have some hot deals that I have right now. Would you like to know about them? And they're gonna be like, yes, perfect. All I need is your email and your phone number so I can start letting you know about these deals. And you'll see this happen quick, very, very quick. I have one last tip on this strategy with Facebook that I'm saving till the end because this strategy takes it off your plate, but your cash buyers list keeps on growing. That tip, guys, it's finding a virtual assistant so that they can do this going forward. Although it's important to be adding cash buyers to your buyers list, it's not necessarily important for you to be doing that. It's not necessary for you to be spending your time that you could be talking to sellers and finding deals to be worried about building your cash buyers list. So the easy thing to do is I always like to just do like screen recordings. Whenever I'm working on the computer, I screen record everything I'm doing because virtual assistants, you'll find out there's great individuals, talented individuals that are even out of the country that can do this for $3, $4, $5 an hour versus you doing that. Again, important, just not important for you to do. The easy place that I go for looking for virtual assistants, it's called Upwork.com. And there's many out there. There's more than that. There's Fiverr. There's so many. But it's just a simple way that you can go out there and post your ad saying, I'm looking for someone that can do this. And you'll have a bunch of people from all different countries reach out to you, say, yep, I can do that. Now, the big thing is your virtual assistants are only as good as you. So if your communication is bad, the way they do their work is not going to be that great. So it's crucial that you put a process in place. Put the system in place. Be sure that whatever I just shared with you, that you're recording it. Hey, go to this Facebook and then have this screen recorded. And I always like to get the mouse and be like, up here in the search bar, I want you to type in blah, 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 cash buyer and the state. And then see right here, these are all the posts. Record all that. Make it as simple as possible for your virtual assistants to win at a high level because usually if they do make mistakes, most of the time it's your problem. It ends up being a lack of communication on how to get this done. But by doing this one tip, you can have them add anywhere from 3, 4, 500 cash buyers a day because they can spend all of their time focusing on that where you yourself couldn't do that. Hopefully these tips have been able to help you guys know that, but I want you guys to act on these 3. The power behind this video is not to just feel good about it and be like, oh man, that's great. You need to act. And as you act, you're gonna see your cash buyers list explode. All right, guys, I wanna give you a free gift, and that is my free video training on how to build a cash buyers list from scratch. Again, going over what we just talked about today, but me doing those screen recordings and showing you step by step in these trainings. Those recordings you can now use for your virtual assistants so that you don't have to create them. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description so you can get full access to that, and I'll see each one of you in that training.